Hello people of the internet, my name is Eszter and welcome to my room. Today I'm not only going to talk about a book, but an author. Lately I've been into romantic stories, and a woman who writes absolutely amazing stories is called Rainbow Rowell. I might not be saying her name right, and if that's the case, I'm very sorry. What makes her work most interesting to me is the way she portrays love. I personally feel like I've never found a description of love as perfect as how she writes about it. I'm going to talk about her books in the order of the main character's age, so if you guys want to read a beautiful love story, then you can pick something that you can really relate to. Eleanor Park is the very first book I read from her, and I think it's the most well-known. It is a book about two high schoolers falling in love. I really enjoyed this book because it gives a perfect depiction of what first love feels like. And further on, it is also about how your first love never really leaves you, how it stays something that you cherish throughout your whole life. Carry On is about two boys in their very last year of high school in a very Harry Potter-esque world. This book itself is a spin-off of the next book I'm going to talk about. This is her latest book, and it's different from the others because there's two boys falling in love instead of a boy and girl, and it perfectly represents how love does not know the boundaries set by society. I really enjoyed the way the magicians cast spells in it. It's a very unique thought how words and sayings that we repeat a lot in our life could have a very magical meaning to them. I'm not exactly happy with the ending of the story. I understand what it tries to represent, but I'm just not a big fan. Eleanor Park and Carry On are written in a way that you constantly shift between the viewpoint of characters. It's not just in a way that one chapter is written from one person's point of view and the next one it changes. It can change even sentence from sentence, and I think it's very interesting because then in the moment you can see which character is thinking. Fangirl is about a girl who is a freshman in college, and she writes a fanfiction titled Carry On Simon. One of the main focuses of this book again is falling in love, but the author also talks about how it feels like to move away from home, to make new friends, how it feels like going to college, especially if you're someone who's a little bit more introverted, likes to stay at home, read books, and that you can still make friends. Attachments is about a boy who finished college and started working as an IT technician at nighttime at a newspaper. His job is to read flagged emails and tell the people whose emails get flagged that they shouldn't be using the company email to talk about personal subjects. But there are two girls who get constantly flagged on the system, and he never really tells them. So he starts to get to know more and more about their life and eventually fall in love with one of them. It's a little bit different because we only get to see what the guy is thinking about, but we do get to know what the girls are thinking about through these emails. Landline is about a mother who has two kids and a husband, and essentially it's a marriage in trouble story. It's different from the other books because in this case the characters have already met, they've already fallen in love, and well, they even got married, but somewhere along the way they forgot this love for each other, and this book is about rediscovering it. This story has an element in it that's not quite realistic, and because of that it could be harder to read. My mom didn't really like the story because of that, but I definitely think it's worth for you guys to give it a try. I would definitely recommend any of these books to you guys without a second thought. If you want to know what I think love feels like, then read these books because it's described in there perfectly. I hope you guys try to read at least one of the books because I think there's a very nice selection of age, gender, and even sexual orientation, and most of the books deal with very realistic problems that you face in certain parts of your life. I'm going to leave a link to the author's website down below so you can go and check her out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did so, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're interested what I might upload next, please subscribe. Bye bye!